Hey Capricorns, this is your February 2021 personal growth and spiritual growth lesson from Spirit. So let's just get straight to it. Whoa, you have a major ending of your life. Ooh, potential love and money. Capricorns, money, come on. Hit me in the comments with that good news. All right, this is actually going to be a really good month for you Capricorns. You have the Death card coming out as the first card. So you're definitely going through like a rebirth. You're going through an evolution, kind of like when you go from, like young woman to woman. Kind of like when you go from the junior assistant to manager. It's like that kind of a big growth pattern. So, but you're like at the tail end of your growth because you got the Star card coming right after that. So that means that there's a lot of hope. You're going to soon start seeing the physical manifestation of all of your desires, right? So for my law of attraction followers, it's those moments where you've been doing the work, you've been believing, you're on the journey of getting ready to be getting ready, right? And then now you're going to start seeing the physical manifestations of it. So there's a lot of hope, a lot to go through. I'm going to pull clarifying cards to get you guys more information and to actually get you your next kind of spiritual practice and your affirmations to make it through the month. But I want to finish the original spread for you because you got the King of Cups upright, the Queen of Pentacles upright, followed by the King of Wands upright. So Capricorns, you have definitely figured out, I don't want to say the key to success, but you've definitely figured out the path to a passionate life. And it's not like passionate, like, oh my God, I love you so much, right? Every second of every day, I love you, whether it's your business or a lover. But it's where you found that like balance between eager anticipation, so that you have something to look forward to, you have something that you're expanding and growing into, but you also have a solid base now. Because Capricorns, previous in your life, you've always just had like I'm going to grow because I know once I get here, it'll be good. But the right now hasn't been good. And right now in your life, it's good. Now you're going for thrive. Now you're going for like extra good. Now you're going for that extra credit. Okay, and so King of Upright indicates that love is going to start feeling far more reciprocal, not so much like give and take, but it's just going to be a natural nourishment of both people in the relationships. That's what you want to go for. You don't want someone who can compromise and can give and take, because that always has someone feeling depleted, someone feeling refueled, right? When the King of Cups is there, especially with all the other cards that are out too, it's when it's like balanced. It's when you do things for your partner and they feel refueled, nourished by it, refueled, the activity that you took for them to feel good also refueled you. So that's like nourishment, right? You're not, oh, I'm going out of my way to run this errand for my boyfriend so he'll feel good. You go home, he feels good, but you just run an errand and you're tired, right? This is where like, the best example I could give you guys is if like your partner runs a campground and you get the idea of like, oh, well, what if I were to grow strawberries or whatever it is you want to grow? Because I want to plant a garden anyway, and if I do that, that will help his business out. So now both people are being refueled, which makes it nourishment, right? Versus someone who's, oh, okay, I gotta show him I like him, so I guess let me tend to the garden, right? That's gonna feel depleted. So love, you're embarking on the new journey of love feeling like nourishment. And Capricorn, you just got the Queen of Pentacles upright. Normally, when the last year or so when I've been doing this, you guys have been the Queen of Pentacles reverse. So Queen of Pentacles upright, that's the woman who I love career. I love making money. And you've got it like set. You're like, this is how I like making my money, and this is one revenue stream for me. You don't let it overtake your life, right? You're like, this is what I need to do to maintain that, and I also have time for a personal life. So you're definitely that work-life balance. Like that's not even describing this, because it's literally you have just found that King of Wands upright. You found that, oh, here is the perfect mix for me. I love doing this much of like productive masculine energy type work. I love doing this much of personal enjoyment. And you've just like found that you have found a way of living life where you always feel refueled. So good job. That's phenomenal growth for you Capricorns. It's like the activities in your life that you do now are ones that kind of nourish you and refuel you, okay? So You've got a lot of good stuff to look forward to. It's going to unfold for all of you in different ways, in terms of the money, in terms of the love. Y'all are going to be making money, and y'all are going to be having greater flow and love. And you're going to, good balance. Okay, so your growth for this month is actually, it is around the death card, right? Because when the death card comes up, it is like a complete rebirth within you. So I want to help give you guys some guidance on that, because that's what this whole month is about for you. It's about wrapping up the previous chapter of your life and stepping into the new chapter. But I wanted to give you what you were looking forward to so that you're more incentivized to do the spiritual work. Okay, so some of those lessons are, right, to complete your transformation, it's the Ten of Wands reverse. So your lesson in this one is about recognizing that love doesn't have to be a burden. So your affirmation work for that is, love no longer has to feel like a burden. Love no longer has to feel like a chore. Love no longer feels like something that I have to do. I no longer have to prove myself for love. I no longer have to prove myself as worthy of love. I no longer have to prove to the other person that I like them. I no longer, relationships just no longer feel like a burden to me. They no longer feel like a burden to me. Relationships no longer have to feel like a burden to me, and that's okay. It's okay that I no longer have to feel like a burden in relationship, or it's okay that I no longer have to feel like a relationship itself is like a burden. The burden vibration is just leaving my body, my energy, my vortex, my aura. It's just leaving because I'm allowing myself right now to recalibrate to a new way of being in a relationship. And it's definitely one that's going to feel good. It's going to feel happy. It's going to feel calm. It's going to feel peaceful. I'm recalibrating right here, right now, the cells in my body, the DNA in my body, the thoughts in my head. The thoughts in my head, the feelings in my chest and my heart are now gravitating and becoming more of a magnetic match for love that feels like an upliftment, that maybe feels like a little bit of giddiness, that feels like a little bit of looking forward to, that feels like a little bit of excitement of, ooh, I get to hang out with so-and-so. It's love is now something to look forward to because love is now safe. Love is now safe for me to experience. Being in a relationship is now something that can be refueling, recharging, replenishing, restoring, re-energizing, uplifting, nourishment, expanding, fun expansion, heartwarming. I'm now recalibrating vibrationally to live a life that feels more uplifting. Okay, so y'all's next lesson is Six of Swords reverse. So it's like some of you are having this like doubt of, is it time to leave or is it time to stay and put more work in? I don't want to leave, here's why. I don't want to stay, here's why. And bottom line is, for the people who are in that category, the I don't want to stay, here's why. It's because you're afraid of putting in more and then realizing 3 months, 6 months, 6 years that you got duped. So instead of living in that little balance, that little, is this person worth it? Is this business investment worth it? And you like say yes and kind of go in, but you're only given like 60, 70, 80%, right? Like, you got to snap out of that, right? Because that's not good, because now you're living a life where you're only giving 60, 70, 80%, so you're never going to like feel that full happiness. It's kind of like about recognizing that love just feels good, right? Love feels good. So why would I let myself fall for this person if I know they're a player? Well, fine, if you know they're a player, go ahead and move on, right? But if you're in that moment where you're like, but if he would, like, how do I describe this to you guys? It's allowing yourself to exude the love that you feel without like worrying about repercussions, because it's not like they can yank it away, right? They specifically can remove themselves from your life and yank it away in that way, but it's about you recognizing that it was these two people came together, and this is just a feeling within you that comes out of you around that person, but it's because you focused on the vibration of love. You focused on things to like about them. So it's kind of like admitting that love feels good to yourself. Love itself just feels good, irregardless of what the other person does, of what they say. It just feels good to have a partner in your life that you look forward to seeing them, that you know, 9 out of 10 times when they text or when they call, it's a good feeling within you. How else? Let me think. Okay, is there anything else? Cards, spirit. You don't have to lose someone to learn the lessons. You can be in relation with someone and the relationship itself can morph, right? So if you're in a relationship with someone and you actually discover something about you that's not healthy, like, oh man, I don't have good conflict resolution skills, or oh, you know what, I am a little selfish. Oh, you know what, like, oh, I kind of have been putting the other person through a little bit of the ringer. In the past, it looks like it's always been like a painful kind of split, a painful kind of a breakup, a painful kind of like, okay, well, I fucked up. Like, sorry, bye. I'll leave your life. Like, right. But now it's just like, it's like now recognizing that you can grow within the relationship, whether it's, you know, work, friendship, romantic. It's knowing that that other person can also, as you become aware of something that might need to change within you and you go through the effort to change it, it's recognizing like having someone on your side who can see the new you and grow with you and like not hold it against you what you used to be like. Joke about it like, oh yeah, I remember when we first met and you did it and like you were doing XYZ, like, oh god, that was so annoying, but you're like joking about it, like telling a story. It's that type of evolution that like you need to now allow in relationships. They fucked up. I don't always need to be on guard, right? You talked about it, you found a resolution. You don't always need to be like, they might do it again. Like, no. It's, they might do it again. I'm afraid of feeling hurt. It's about bringing your emotions to be present. It's not, you did that, that hurt me, right? Living life in the past. It's, ooh, I am afraid of you abandoning me. I am afraid of you not calling me. Like, yeah, it's interesting that that fear is coming up. That's presence. That's unconditional presence with yourself. With, hey, there's this thing I want to do, and here's a part of it that I don't like, or here's a part that I'm scared about. It's allowing for that complexity of emotion. I talk about all of this in my course too, guys. Okay, so your last little kind of lesson to make it through the transformation for this month, your personal growth, spiritual growth for this month, Capricorns, is the High Priestess reverse. So this is where you're starting to trust yourself more, and it's about learning that your inner being, some people call this your gut, your intuition, is your strongest source of information. So you're starting to, you need to put a little less stock in what other people say. Well, this is how my dad did it. Well, this is how my uncle did it. Well, the psychic said XYZ. You know, when you're like calling, like, hey, do they like me? How do they feel about me? You're just going to go within and go, wait, how do I feel when I'm around them? Does it feel good to me? Right? Because there's some people who can be in a relationship with someone where it's like the financial provider and the other person lets the other person pay for everything, right? But there's some people who would go, oh no, I would feel used. Or other people would be like, oh no, I actually would never let myself get financially dependent on someone. So sometimes what's right for you isn't right for others, and you're starting to become okay with your unique preferences that make you you. Like, oh yeah, I like you, like that guy. Like, what about him do you like? Oh, okay, so that's what you value in a partner. It's allowing that space to hold for them to be different than you, and go, yeah, no, I definitely couldn't date a guy like that. I would feel used. I would feel this. I would feel that. Like, I need a guy who does this. It's like that kind of like ownership of who you are. So you're really like stepping into your own Capricorns. You're really like, hey, I do like this. Hey, you know, I voted for Biden, or hey, I voted for Trump. Like, where you could just have that utmost, like, this is how I voted. This is how, this is the type of shirt I like to wear. It's that level of like, I want to say like queendom. Okay, there's something else. Spirit guides are saying there's something else y'all need to learn for this month. Okay, check it out. Capricorn's another one. It's the Magician upright, Knight of Cups upright, followed by the Four of Swords reverse. So this is your last little lesson for this month, is recognizing that like you're starting to become aware that you like can manifest easier. You can set a goal and achieve it easier. You're like, okay, now I know how to manifest. Now I know how to set a goal and get it in my life. So it's very kind of like hopeful, very empowered stage of your life that you're entering. And it so right, but now you need to recognize the Knight of Cups can come after there. The Knight of Cups, the action that you take can start to feel loving, recharging, or feeling for you. So it's like where if you're running a business like this, some people can get, oh, but after I make the video, then I have to upload it, and it's so stressful, and then I worry about what people are going to say afterwards. No, it's Knight of Cups. The cup suit is love. So it's, I'm so glad I got to make this video. Now I get to make the cover art for it. I get to spend the time uploading it. I get to share it. So you're gonna go through this transformation of recognizing that sometimes doing the action, the administrative work, the work can actually feel good. Because guys, it does feel good, right? Like when you, I don't know if any of you have like worked on a farm, but when you go and like clear out old veggies and you see it empty, there's a sense of accomplishment that comes from that, and that feels good. It feels good to accomplish. Right, so it's letting go of that notion that everything has to feel happy, happy, joy, joy. Everything has to feel like this exhilaration Disneyland, like yippee, right? Where it could just be like a, yeah, I just accomplished that. I just accomplished that. I just accomplished taking all the plants out, and I just put in new seeds. And then a week or two later, you're like, oh my God, they're growing. I planted that. That sense of accomplishment. It's like calm and peace that you're allowing into your life. Because the Four of Swords reverse, it kind of looks like it was one of those things where you go all in and then you have to take a break because you burned yourself out. Whether it was work, whether it was love. And now it's like you're finding that balance for how to just maintain a very enjoyable life, Capricorn. Yeah, so good luck with all of that. You might want to rewatch this because I did some rampages for you to help with your growth, or at least gave you what you need to focus on, right? Because sometimes what you need is clarity and next steps. So you got your clarity. Maybe your spirit team will guide you to other practices on your own and whatnot. If you want my help, send me an email, kelly@kellylunt.com, KELLYLUNT, kelly@kellylunt.com, and just let me know a little bit like what's going on, what are you working on, because I got a couple courses coming up. I got a couple masterminds opening up. I got an in-person retreat, very small, very COVID safe I've got going on. So if you want some help growing and expanding, just shoot me an email and we'll figure out what's best for you. But I love you guys. Have a good month, Capricorn. Bye.